Hi, David.
Hi, Denise. Good to see you. I'm very happy to have you this time in this webinar because we know each other since a long time already, as we
Yes,
both are neighbors in the HEC incubator. And as I can recall, 1 year ago when we started with Lead Chat, we had you on a podcast, or Jeremy actually had
yes,
you on a podcast. So I think that was the first connection before we also moved in the HEC incubator. So I'm very happy to have you here. I think we will wait a bit until more people join, but we should be live now on LinkedIn. Here we have StreamYard and also on YouTube. And yes, today we are talking about our both tools, so Drop Contact and Lead Chat, and how both tools can be connected together with a CRM like HubSpot. And we actually show how SDRs, account executive, can save time in their daily prospecting by updating and enriching leads and by pushing leads easily from one platform, LinkedIn, to HubSpot. So we show you here some workflows today and the most efficient ones. And I would say we start first with a quick introduction. Maybe Denise, you can just say a few words about you and the start of Drop Contact. Yeah.
yeah. Yes, thanks, David. Yes, I'm the CEO of Drop Contact, and Drop Contact is a solution to clean and enrich contact. One point is it takes a lot of time when you are SDR and salespeople to do that manually, and you have to use a lot of solution. And Drop Contact do all of the things. It means it correct the first name, last name, and when it's not in the good place, if the last name is in the first name in the last name, this is a problem. So Drop Contact fix it. We enrich for the email address, and we don't working with a database. So we spoke about that maybe a time later. It's really mathematic algorithmic, and we make only a professional email address. We enrich only professional email address, and not generic email like sales and news and all of that, or contact. It's really the professional nominative email, and it's validated. So this is 2 or 3 points that do a Drop Contact, but we do a lot of things like the genders and the profile LinkedIn. If you don't have it, we find it. If you don't have it, we enrich over the job of the man, the function, and a clean function. So you can use it directly after if you want to use a cold email solution or emailing solution. So that's Drop Contact. We start 3 years ago, and we have more than 3,000 customer right now. So this is Drop Contact, and we are inside a lot of native solution for scrapping and for like Leadjet to enrich and take some people directly from LinkedIn to go inside a CRM like HubSpot, Salesforce, and all of that. What do Copper, I think also
Yeah.
will do Leadjet. So that's the point of Drop Contact, and right now, so we are quite happy to be with you, David, today to make to see a workflow because it takes a long time to the salespeople when you have some people inside LinkedIn and you work with a CRM. It's really difficult because it's 2 different database, LinkedIn and your CRM. And if you work only with LinkedIn, you have to take it inside your CRM to use them to call the mail and to call them 3 months ago and all of that.
Yeah, and I'm super happy that we now have this partnership with you because we both think in the same way that the CRM is the source of truth and like our data warehouse. So everything needs to be captured there. And also personally, because as you know, I have a background in banking, and I needed also to enrich back then. I started 5 years ago in banking. Needed to do lists of contacts and update them classic way in Excel and email them. And the fun fact was I did that manually. So I tried different variations back then, like first name dot last name at company.com, and I tried so many times until I get a valid result, and the email was pushed through. So I think together now, to have you now with Drop Contact is so much easier, and also a lot of my ex-banking colleagues are using Drop Contact, by the way, now. So if they are also watching, we show you now a workflow, how you can, because I know that a lot of them also use LinkedIn, how you can do that from LinkedIn together with LeadChat. And yeah, short intro about LeadChat. So I'm the CEO of LeadChat. We started 1.5 years ago, and yeah, did a Chrome extension that connects your LinkedIn with your CRM, like Denise already said, HubSpot, Salesforce, Pipedrive, and Copper. And we are working more on the LinkedIn interface. So on LinkedIn, you have some features. You see a button where you can, with one click, push a new contact, enrich, thanks to Drop Contact, to your CRM. You can have CRM fields directly in LinkedIn embedded, so you don't need to switch to your CRM anymore, and can edit and update everything from there. And we also sync your messages. So happy to switch now to show you my workflow screen. 1 second. I'll just quickly enable that. So here we go. I hope you can all see now my LinkedIn. So in this case, it's actually Margit from my colleague. And you see here we are landed on a profile. So this is Jean-Marc, and we want to prospect. So we want to add Jean-Marc because we have maybe a future business ongoing quickly to our CRM. So you already see that LeadChat is here connected, and all the purple stuff you see on LinkedIn is coming from LeadChat. So here you have the Add to CRM button, and here on the right side, you also see that Gael, this name is highlighted in purple. We show you in every list view, also in Sales Navigator. Once you connect LinkedIn with LeadChat, we show you who's actually a contact in your CRM. And all these purple names mean when you would now go on the profile, you will see more information from your CRM straight on the profile. But let's start with adding a new contact. So I click quickly Add as Contact, and then you will see that something pops up here. So that's a new window. It's tightly integrated in LinkedIn, and you see here some Drop Contact logos already. So currently we are searching for the email and telephone number, thanks to our direct integration with Drop Contact, to enrich that, and to have the email and telephone number to have then ongoing workflow. For instance, in HubSpot, you can push that to an email campaign if you change your lifecycle stage. And you see Drop Contact is working pretty good and straightforward. So you can test on your own profile. I'm sure I find the email and the telephone number, because actually Drop Contact has a very high success rate. We were using, not as LeadChat, or testing a lot of different tools. So Drop Contact is our most favorite one. That's why we have it also integrated with LeadChat. It's really working great, so you should test it. Here we have the email. So what do we want to do now? When I'm on HubSpot, I can change to lifecycle stages, for instance. And depending on my different lifecycle stage, I have a workflow in HubSpot that sends out an automatic email after 3 days. So when I have attempted to contact, it kicks off actually a sequence in my HubSpot that we are going to send an email. Here you can have a view now on the different LeadChat features. So as I said, you can really make that window to your own. You can add any field you want from your HubSpot CRM here and really customize this view. So you have everything at your fingertips and you don't need to necessarily switch straight to HubSpot. But let's check with one click. I said we create a new record in HubSpot. So let's switch to HubSpot. You see here, Jean-Marc has been created with the email, the phone number enriched, the lifecycle lead status, also the LinkedIn URL. Then we also created the company profile. In this case, it's Carbon 4, enriched with the information about the industry, revenue, and description about the company. So all you have here, this is a custom setting. So if you don't want to have companies created on the same click, you can do that in your LeadChat dashboard and change it. Yes, if you work with Salesforce, we also integrate to Salesloft. So you can have straight here from LinkedIn another button saying add to Salesloft. So you can add it to your favorite sequences straight from LinkedIn. Then LeadJet has offers some other features like a deal feature or a note feature, which comes pretty handy. It's a Notion note like, so hello, and you see I can push it to the side and it goes here, and you have it always handy and straight synced to HubSpot. So no click to send to HubSpot or something. It's on the fly. Yes. So before we show how we can make that even faster in Sales Navigator, I would love to hear something from you, Denise. So as you see now, we enriched the email and telephone number. Can you maybe say us a bit more, because I know we have also a lot of SMBs listening here, about the GDPR compliancy, how it differs to other tools in your space. Yeah. You still hear me, Denise?
Yes. Yeah, so
Perfect.
there's a point from the GDPR. With the GDPR, you can't have a database and have some people inside the database and sell it without that people are opt-in to sell the information. So a lot of solutions in the market are like that. They are a big database. We own the information. Drop Contact don't do that because they have two different points about that. It's now the people change a lot of company. So it's really hard to have to up-to-date a database to sell it. So we don't have a database, and we work only with algorithmy, with mathematics. It's not a first point, last point, first, and all of that. It's really more complicated at this point because it's really complicated to find the right email and to check it if it's a valid email. So Drive Contact know how to find the email. It's so algorithm that I said before, and we have a solution to validate an email. Like if you compare like zero bounce, never bounce, all of that, Drive Contact have also this solution. We do that, and we are more powerful about the domain we call the catch-all domain. So it's quite complicated because when it's a company have a catch-all domain, you can't verify that it's a right on a false email. But Drop Contact can do that from some catch-all domain. So we are more powerful about that. The second point, it's that we don't have any database, so we don't have the GDPR problem about that because we don't have anything about people. So if somebody asks to Drop Contact and say, I want the CEO of this company, we can't do anything. We don't sell it. But if you go to LinkedIn and you scrap it with some solution like LeadJet and all of that, after we can enrich the information that you need. This is a really different. The other point, it's that we not it's not a problem for the country. If you want to find an email from somebody in the US or in Germany and France and all of that, because we don't have a database, so we don't have this problem. It's only mathematics and check it.
Yeah, and that's also often a question we get from our users. They say, hey, okay, we have different markets. So we prospect in the UK, we prospect in Germany, France, and they were using so far 3 different tools because there are tools for each specific market that work better because they work different than Drop Contact. For instance, they may buy databases which is not GDPR compliant. So when you just go with one tool like Drop Contact, you really, and that's what I like about, have a good success rate for all countries, and that's the main difference, and that's why we also have in LeadJet or often give to clients Drop Contact as the tool to go. Good. Yes, maybe I can also, because we had this week also a GDPR webinar together with our DPO, so Data Protection Officer, and we at LeadJet take GDPR also very seriously. Not only that we give sales guys templates how to act in a GDPR compliant way when they reach out with sales messages, etc. No, we also, from the tool side of things, when we create a new feature with LeadJet, we think first about GDPR, and that is compliant, also compliant with the LinkedIn platform. So we don't do any automations or robotic behavior, so that we click ourselves through different pages. That's very important, and we act like a data processor and not as a data controller. That means that we don't store any of your data. We have no view into your CRM data or something like this. It's either stored on the LinkedIn side or on the CRM side, and we are just processing the data and sending it from A to B. Yes, so you are the data controller at the end, and you can decide what to make with the data. So if you want to call someone, if you want to send an email, and I think that's the most important to know. Yes, maybe we can show one workflow I really like, or how I prospect on LinkedIn, together with Drop Contact. So let me share my screen again, because often I send a request to someone and then I quickly reach out. We are first LinkedIn message. So let's say here, for instance, Eva is not in our CRM so far, and I see that here, contact not in CRM. So I have the same feature I had on the profile page, but I just can do it from here. So works the same. Drop Contact is behind to enrich again her email in this case. And here I can also quickly change the lifecycle stage and can have it attempted to contact, so that it goes into a sequence later. I can have the sync of messages. So we have even an auto sync. So every message you will now send with Eva in this case, it gets automatically synced to HubSpot. Here again is the little link to the new created HubSpot record. And when I would now reach out for the first time to her, I have some templates. So this is also a lead chat feature, for instance. Here, this was after a demo. Glad that you liked it, Eva. You can book a demo here. And here's then my meeting link from HubSpot. You can also have that in form of a quick shortcut. So for instance, I just, when I would type in a demo, then the message just would get seen here. So like this one, demo, and you should, or was it named differently? Yeah, it was demo like this. Yeah, and you see here the message appears. So that's a little shortcut we use. Also, you can have the same workflow, but up to 25 times faster when I go to Sales Navigator. So let's switch here. And let's say I want to approach now more than one lead. So because we have a marketing campaign or something. So I go here into Sales Navigator, go into that lead list. So these are already enriched and into my in my HubSpot. As you see, they are highlighted purple, but let's just select some of them. So let's just select these 3. And then I can export to CRM. So you can, we don't click us on the next page, but you can at least select all you can see on this page, and then you can add them as a contact. And now it's exporting. Exactly same procedure. Drop Contact is behind. So we are also enriching at the same time all these contacts in your CRM. But yeah, Sales Navigator, it's way faster. And I also can leave that. I can go to account lists. It still continues to export. Yes, so that was our main workflow, the most efficient and quick one.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
Yeah.
No, so it's really quite nice because it don't take time, and it's really powerful.
Yeah, I don't know if you have seen that already, because that's also a new feature from us that we work on the Sales Navigator side. And
no, not now. It's the first time I see with the message, LinkedIn message. So maybe we try it in few hours, on few days.
Yep. Yes, perfect. We also will next work together as we work with the CRMs. Some CRMs have sales message templates in the CRM itself. So we also sync with them so that you have your CRM templates for emails or whatever, also straight in LinkedIn appearing. And as I said, for Salesforce, we also have the Sales Loft connection. We're also looking for more email scheduling connections in the future, so that you can also, instead of exporting it to your CRM, you could export this list also straight to Sales Loft, for instance, into an email cadence. Yeah, that's it from our side for the workflow. I would say as it's Christmas, we give away a little discount code also for all our viewers, which is Noel 10. So on all the plans for a lifetime, you can apply that. Also, Dennis said he puts on 100 credits for everyone who signs up with that code. Yeah. Otherwise, I would say you can check out Drop Contact, because Dennis, you said you have also something new coming up.
Yeah, in next year's we have the integration of HubSpot directly inside HubSpot. You have Drop Contact, and Drop Contact in this case find a duplicate contact on duplicate company and merge it automatically. And we can also enrich from the email that you receive in your company. For example, if you receive an email with phone numbers, mobile phone numbers in the email, so Drop Contact extract it and enrich the CRM from these people. So this coming in January or February next year.
Okay.
Integration of HubSpot, and a few months ago, directly you can have a Drop Contact inside the Salesforce. Right now we are inside the Pipedrive.
Okay, perfect. So you support at the moment Pipedrive, HubSpot,
Yes,
and Salesforce, right? Okay.
yes, HubSpot and Salesforce first quarter of next year.
Okay, cool. Perfect. If you have any other questions, I would say you can reach out anytime to us. Otherwise, the code is Noel10. We will post it also after we finish this LinkedIn Live. Yeah, you get 100 credits on top from Drop Contact. I think really what's powerful between the LinkedIn lead chat Drop Contact integration is that you as a sales guy work most of the time on LinkedIn. You see a prospect, you want to push it quickly to your CRM first, then you want to push it to email cadence. That's why you need the enrichment part of Drop Contact. And also for your ongoing business, if you don't want to sit 1-2 days before Christmas, end of the year, in front of your computer, checking all your CRM records for any updates, you should definitely check out Drop Contact, and even the newest version then coming in January or February, where you have that done automatically. I think it saves a lot of time. It makes you faster and better in your prospecting. And yeah, that's it from our side. I would say, if you have nothing to add, Dennis, I would say happy advent.
Okay. Ouais.
Yeah.
No, it's okay.
Okay, perfect. I think that's it. And then everyone else, I wish you a good and happy and Merry Christmas. And thanks for having you, Dennis, and seeing you anyway around soon in the office. And yeah.
Yeah, sure, David. See you. Thank you very much.
Merci. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.